Hi, everybody. I'm Mrs. Skoda, and I'm here to teach you guys another reading nonfiction lesson. And so today I want to teach you that in order to identify the main idea of a text, we not only need to think about what the topic is of the book, but also ask ourselves, so what? And say more about the topic. And this helps us understand a little bit more about what we're reading, and it helps us understand what the main idea really is. Okay, so I'm gonna talk to you about a new book, Rosa Parks, and I really like this book. If you've ever seen this type of book before, so it's a nonfiction text, but it's written with illustrations instead. So this is a biography about Rosa Parks. And as I was reading it, I was starting to think about, I've learned some new things about her. And so today, what I want you guys to think about is identifying what the main idea is by asking yourself, so what? So let me show you what I mean. A main idea is more than just a topic. So I can tell that this book is about Rosa Parks because I see a picture of Rosa Parks and the title says it right there. So we need to identify more about what the text is about than just a quick glance at the title. Okay, so that's why when we ask you what the main idea is, we don't just want you to write down what the title is and be done. We want to ask you to say, so what? And then write more about that topic. Okay, so I have for you my little chart. It says a main idea is more than a topic. And this first book I'm doing is about Rosa Parks. What? It's about Rosa Parks. That's the topic. But now I'm going to ask myself, so what? So as I was reading this text, I could tell you lots of facts about Rosa Parks, right? I could tell you about the Montgomery bus boycott. But really the thing that I was thinking about as I was reading this text is that the author, Brad Meltzer, he really is writing and to show about Rosa's childhood and how she grew up that helps support why she made the decisions that she did. And so when I think a little bit more about Rosa Parks, I'm not just going to say the main idea is about Rosa Parks or Rosa Parks is a wonderful woman. But what I'm thinking is I'm asking myself, so what? Why did the author write this book? What angle did he use to write it? And I'm thinking that it's mostly about how Rosa's childhood and the things that were happening around her in history really shaped her decisions and what she did. So as I write that down in the so what part, I'm going to write down the Rosa Parks. It was about, this book is mostly about how Rosa Parks' childhood and the things that were happening around her impacted her decisions and led to the Montgomery bus boycott. So, did you see how I did that? I didn't just write, oh, the main idea is about Rosa Parks. I thought a little bit more critically about why that was happening, and I'm going to add more details down here in the so what part. Okay, I'm going to give you another example. So I'm going to do another one about snakes. So my book that I've been reading, and now that I've read the whole thing, I'm going to think a little bit about snakes. So obviously, the topic of this book is snakes, but it's not just about snakes. It's about, I'm trying to think about what the angle is on this because I learned a lot. I learned about the snake's body. I learned about where they live. I learned about baby snakes. But what I'm thinking about is that the author really did a really great job of giving some basic information about snakes, but he also gave some very shocking facts and things that I didn't know about as the reader. So as I write down right here where it says, so what? I'm going to jot down some notes right here saying things like, this text is about snakes, but the basic information about snakes, like where they live, what they look like, what they eat, but it also goes into some detail about some really shocking and interesting facts about different types of snakes and some of the ways that they are different from other animals. Okay, so did you see how I added on a little bit more detail about this text than just saying it's about snakes? Okay. So today, when you go off and do this work independently, you're going to be thinking about a book that you've been reading, a nonfiction book. Hopefully it's a new one that you've read. And I want you to think about this nonfiction text. And I'm going to ask you you're going to be filling out a form similar to what mine looks like. And I want you to think about what is it about? So that's like your quick title. Most likely it's probably the title of the book. And then I want you to think about, so what? So what did the author do to help you understand this topic a little bit more? And you're going to be writing that down as well. Okay, off you go.